I've been there when the Fitzies have turned up and they've been having beef with someone in North Liverpool, and Tommy was that guy in the city that got that dickhead and got them down to Joe Platt's gym. If they didn't go to Joe Platt's gym on Hawthorne Road in Bootle, because that was another one of his boys, Joe Platt. If they didn't go to Joe Platt's gym, they'd have it in Tommy's garden, a straightener in the garden, and the amount of straighteners that was happening in that Tommy's garden. I told you, didn't I? Tommy was fascinated with me headlock. And all these little gangsters that used to come to his, because I was just a little kid, he'd go, yeah, let him get you an headlock. And he'd go on Darren. And I'd be squeezing the life out of the cunt and he wouldn't be able to get me off. They'd be shaking me, fuming, losing the breath, you know, like that. And he used to... So I'm not lying to you. What got the twitch out of them Fitzies? One of them's got a twitch like this, isn't it? With half an ear as well. So I'm in this garden, all of a sudden these Fitzies have got an issue with someone in North Liverpool and they want to get boxed or something. And they're coming down and Tommy's garden's like a big sandbag on the side of the house, big weight room there. It's like a gym basically, in a big garden. Go on, Darren. Get him round the neck, lad. Show me strength. And I'm just on that Fitzy like that. And you can just see him raging. And he's trying to batter me. You know when they've got beam. Come on now, give him up. Stop it. And he's like that. You can just see the rage in him trying to damage me. It's mad how years later they kidnapped Danny and tried to kidnap me, isn't it? And then they've just hated on me since. Mad, innit? Tried to shoot my older brother dead and that. Cunts, aren't they? So basically, you know, I'm out and about, it's getting messy. Billy's just a pisshead. He's never really been what we was. We caused him major trouble, to be honest with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he was like a vulnerable one. And on our estate, you've got these families called the Collinses, an Irish family, and there's one of them called Jojo Collins. And Jojo Collins was basically a Scotty Roder and Mikey Wrighthead. And Mikey Wright was the Fitzies' good mate. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it was the Fitzies that got Tyrone to murder Wooly's brother on the back of the Mikey Wright murder. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how it worked, and that's why it worked, because Mikey Wright's a good mate of the Fitzies. So the Fitzies have just had it in for us for years, mate. Years and years. And we're terrorising Mikey, and I mean completely, no one else could terror him the way we shut him down. No one likes to admit it, mate. We ruined that Mikey Wright, and we were only kids, and he dealt with all them Farleys and all these so-called gangsters in the city. We stood our ground with him and ruined him. Within a year or two, he's shot dead and gone. So anyway, our Billy's a bit of a pisshead. I've told you stories about our Billy, haven't you? He used to love a bevy, and every Friday he'd be in the local boozers. He's that far gone. He's a joke to our Billy is getting that dickhead to the end of the bar and putting him asleep. Just leaving him a kip on the end of the bar and everyone's laughing at him. Ah, look at him. That's Billy's type of joke. So anyway, he's in this Stanley. Billy's in the Stanley pub, which is my ma's mates, and he's just having a bevy and that. And this Jojo has come in and deliberately started causing trouble with Billy. Where's your kid? Where's... No, who do you think? Because he's affiliated with Mikey Wright and that. Although he's knew us since we were kids, he's still backing Mikey Wright and that, you know, because he's a junkie. So he started causing a fight with Billy. Bam, it's gone off in the pub, they've left. Jojo said something to Billy, get to me ma's, you shit house. So Billy's off, went back to his ma's, which was on our estate. Billy's went, alright, I'll come to your ma's. So as Billy's gone to his house, they've popped out with an SA-80. Mikey Wright's popped out with an SA-80. hasn't been able to control it. So where they're trying to shoot Billy, all the bullets have just went in all the other houses around the estate. Busies have turned up. Mikey Wright's dropped his passport on the scene. There's camera evidence off the estate showing Blato. He never even got charged, mate. Do you understand what I'm saying? Billy survived. But that's just one incident. That's the first time an SA-80 was used in the city as well, when they tried to kill Billy. That's fact. Why take the passport? Because he was off, mate, wasn't he? He was gone. Billy dead. Out the country. Even though Billy weren't involved in what we were doing to him, Billy just had the G name and he was vulnerable. It's like Ian. You know, my youngest brother's been shot twice. 3 times, actually. And he was never involved in any. He just went to him because he was the vulnerable, weak one out of us. They never got me or Danny. They wouldn't. But they'd go to Ian's house. Or they'd go, you know, set Billy up with a piss because he's a pisshead. So little Ian, I think Ian took his first bullet at 17. I think Ian was the first out of all of us to ever take a bullet. And he was the quietest one out of us. Didn't involve himself with no one. Had a kid, had a bird and kids in a house and that when he was young. Moved out of the mum's house, lived with his bird's ma. So he just got like tethered by the knobheads, Robbie Williams, Michael O'Rourke, Mikey Wright. Obviously all dickheads now. All knobheads, Mikey Wright dead, Robbie Williams can't even move, and Mikey O'Rourke's doing a 25 wreck down Brighton for thinking they're mad. So Ian got shot in the legs outside his house, then he got shot in another leg, and then he got shot up in the bus with Craig. So all the bullets that went into Craig's chest came out his back and went into Ian's lower body. So Billy was lucky not to get foot. Only that the rat Mikey Wright didn't know what he was doing with the firearm. He would have been dead, mate. And he still would have got off with it. Gang of snitches. Yes, yo, are you cool? Did you tell them after that, Daz? Nah, we were just took off the streets, mate. Took 1 or 2 of them off the roads, left them in a bad way, and that was it. Them, lad. People don't like to admit it, you know, because he was still active for a little bit when we went to jail. So he got killed on the 8th of December 2006. Or 2008, sorry. 8th of December was my birthday. I was in Strangeways on the 5s. Phone rang. What's happening, lad? That kid's getting done. Is he? How do you know? I just got my phone and went rats down the bog. Shouldn't even call me when you were going to do that shite. So I was buzzing. Just being given at 18, but also being told the best birthday present of life. So on the 6th of April, when that soldiers come to shoot me dead, everyone in the city thought I'd been shot dead. Michael Wright was in Old Course prison. And he was screaming his head off, celebrating. Yeah, Darren G's been shot dead. This is what he's screaming on the wing in Old Course. Buzzing at being shot dead. 4 days later or 5 days later, one of his grafters got shot dead. Got shot in the head. He was crying on the same wing that he'd been celebrating 4 days before. He's now crying his eyes out, wailing in a cell. Ah, Turkey! Turkey! Weren't me that done it. I'd all to do with us. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you the information I was getting. You know, hindsight is a beautiful thing, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. So you had people on Rice Lane in the Black Horse pub, the same people that killed Craig Arrowsmith years ago when we were younger. You know, the kid that got killed by the 051. Them same people was in the Black Horse celebrating, cheering, popping champagne. I don't even know who they are. I can only put it down to Bully Wright, Mikey Wright's cousin. Got all them little soldiers on Rice Lane working for him. But the funny thing about it, people, when I got out of prison, I went in the Black Horse for a scram, not realising that the lads I'm snarling at over there in the corner was the same shithouse rats that were celebrating years before when they thought of being shot dead. And I thought the birds were loving me and that. But they were shocked. I'm sat in the birds just having a scram with one of the lads that's, you know, off our estate. And all their lads. Rebecca Gildea was in there, and it's all their little dirty firm. You know, the Gildea's cousins. Eddie Gildea's daughter. She was in the Black Horse with all that group of dirty fin rats that were cheering when they thought I'd been shot dead. Great, aren't they? Absolutely devastated when they knew I weren't dead. Honest to God, mate. Ruined their lives, it did. You know, when I survived that. You know, that little families, that drug dealing family. You know what I tell you? I'm not lying to you. So you know what I tell you? You've got the Wrights. You've got the Keegans. You've got the Regans. You've got the Moores. You've got the Carrolls. You've got the Lambs. You've got the... These are all the same bloodline. These are all the same family. The Lows, the Farleys, all the same bloodline. It's mad that, isn't it, when you think about it? That's how I think the Freemasonries work as well. That's how I believe Freemasonry works. On bloodlines. That's why Chris Farley is a high-ranking Freemason now. How mad's that? So look, you know when we went out on the 18th of May 2004 to Coffer David Regan, on that move, right? On that move, we had a Beretta with a silencer on it, fully loaded. Yeah? Chrissy Farley gave it to me. Knew what it was for, knew what it was going to get used for. He had an agenda against the right firm. He was happy with us playing his dirty work for him, so he threw it at us. I go to jail, do 12 off me 18, get out, and guess who's in the front of the paper? High-ranking Freemasonry. How do you go from a serious organised crime group that's distributed, proven, found guilty, loads of his people, how do you go from that to that? How are you standing on a stage with all these big heavy counsellors and all this shit in Freemasonry? And I'm not lying again, people. That is what I'm saying to you. You know, and don't forget, in them high levels of Freemasonry, you'll have Detective Chief Inspector Shithead. You'll also have Judge Your Honour and Pube Face. And they're all like little favours. boys club favours.